All right, so example 7, lesson R.4. And what we're going to do here is we're going to use the LCD method. And the LCD method involves looking at all of the denominators in your complex fraction. And what I've done is I have a 1 written under the 5, so you can see this fraction is 5 over 1. And I have a 1 written under this h, so you can see the fraction h over 1. All right, so the least common denominator in this case is going to be 1 plus h times 1 times 1. Now really, I don't have to put those 1's in there because, you know, 1 times anything is just going to give you that anything back. So it looks like my least common denominator is going to be 1 plus h. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each of these fractions individually and I'm going to multiply them by this least common denominator. All right, so we have 5 divided by 1 plus h, which I'm going to multiply by the least common denominator, 1 plus h, and this is over 1. All right, then I've got minus, and then my next fraction here is 5 over 1, which I am also going to multiply by the least common denominator, 1 plus h, and this is over 1. And then in the denominator of this fraction down here, we have the fraction h over 1, which also gets multiplied by the least common denominator, 1 plus h. Okay, and now we cancel stuff if we can. Remember, right here in this section, it looks like the whole 1 plus h and 1 plus h are going to cancel. That's going to leave me with the fraction 5 over 1, which just reduces to 5. Over here, I can actually distribute this 5. Actually, I think I'm just going to leave this as negative 5 times 1 plus h. These would also be over 1. But I don't need them there. And then down here on the bottom, I have h times 1 plus h. And this would also be over 1. So what's happened is by multiplying by the least common denominator, I turn all of my denominators here into 1s. And now I have a fraction which is 1 numerator and 1 denominator. All right, let's distribute the negative 5 into parentheses there. All right, this is going to give me 5. Negative 5 times 1 is negative 5. And negative 5 times h is going to give me negative 5h. And on the bottom, I'm not going to distribute because we may be able to cancel some stuff. So let's wait and see. All right, I'm adding like terms on the top. These two are going to cancel. I am left with negative 5h divided by h times 1 plus h. Now, notice that the h's can cancel one another out. That's because this is negative 5 times h. This is a factor. And this is h times the parentheses 1 plus h. It is also a factor, so it's okay to cancel those. And so it looks like I'm going to be left with negative 5 divided by 1 plus h as my final answer.